Good morning, everyone. I'm calling this meeting on order of at 6:30. Dr. Raj, could you please roll call?
Yes. Mr. Ann Berenson? I see you. It's okay. Ms. Ford?
Present.
Mr. Schmidt?
Here.
Ms. Francois? Mr. Kovacs?
Present.
Okay. Ms. Davenport? You're on mute, Commissioner. There you are. And Chairman Faruqi.
Yes. Please stand for the pledge of allegiance.
The Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America,
The flag
to
of
the
America.
republic
For which
for which it stands,
And for the
one nation,
under
no
God,
nation,
indivisible,
with liberty
liberty,
and justice.
justice.
invisible. I'm sorry, I just came from my work. I'm in rush. I couldn't let my paperwork. Okay. My statement. Okay. In accordance with the provision of Chapter 231, New Jersey, Public Laws of 1975, the Open Public Meeting Act, adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by the giving of notice to the Courier News posting the agenda in the public lobby of this building 48 hours prior to this meeting, delivery of this notice to the Franklin Township clerk at least 48 hours prior to this meeting, and mailing notice to those persons properly requesting to be mailed notification of meetings at least 48 hours prior to this meeting. Give me one moment, please. Let me check my paperwork. Okay. Motion to open meeting for public comments.
Motion to open the meeting.
Second. Any opposed? Anybody said second?
Second.
Any opposed? Absent? Move to carried? As there is no one from the public for commitment for the comments. Is there anybody from the public? No. Motion to close meeting for public committee for the public comments.
I move to.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
No. Any opposed? Absent? Abstain. Motion is carried. Approval of meetings. In regard to meeting minutes, is there any changes? If you feel, please let me know. Any changes in the minutes of meeting of March 3rd, 2026? Motion to move? Working session regular board meeting, March 3rd, 2026. Is there any changes in the minutes of meeting? Motion to move?
Move to accept the minutes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Absent?
I abstain. I was absent, so I have to abstain.
Okay. Executive summary, professional report, please. Joe, could you please?
Sorry, I was on mute. Thank you, Chairman. Okay, under our solar project, which is going forward nicely, we did finalize a project development agreement, which is now fully executed. We held a project kickoff meeting last month with both teams present, and we did sign documents granting Schneider Electric access to our authority utility account data, so they could do further analysis as they build out the project. For our finance platform upgrade and migration, I'd like to ask Dr. Roach just to update us quickly on the 3 phases of it.
Sure. At this time, we have just closed out our fiscal year ending May 31, 2025. Everything is in order. We are now balanced out to 0, and everything's looking good there. We have the budget in the system at this time, so that's moving well. The utility billing is moving along very well. They had their first annual billing. We had a few little bumps in the road to take care of, but everything's been reconciled. So both systems, finance and utility billing, are both satisfactory and moving forward.
Thank you, Dr. Roach.
You're welcome, Joe.
High Bay Garage, the very last item for this project is to complete the civil stormwater work, for which the drawings have been provided to the authority staff. And right now they're waiting or going over a materials list to confirm that we can do the work in-house. Look forward to that being completed. Brookline Avenue Sewer Rehabilitation Project is going by smoothly but slowly, as reported in the past. Monthly progress meeting was held by our staff and the vendor. I did have a phone conversation with between me and the vendor's vice president regarding the work pace that they've been delivering to us, which is slower than promised. And resulting from my conversation with the VP, I asked for a joint in-person meeting with his team and our entire team, and that's scheduled for April 15th. So, Chairman, if you'd like to attend that, you're more than welcome. Really, anyone on the board is welcome. It's April 15th. I will report, though, 75% of all the lateral work is complete. There's only 82 laterals remaining, and we're going to try to see if we can't get them done as quickly as possible. Good news for the American Rescue Plan grants. We were granted $5 million, and we received $5 million. So we took all that money. Love it. So it's good news. And that all went to the Brookline project. Weston Canal Pump Station Flood Rebuild Project. The easement agreement. We're at the end of agreeing to an easement agreement, finalizing an easement agreement. There is a clause in there, an indemnity clause that Brian Hack wasn't comfortable with. We suggested some final language to amend that clause. And Brian, we're waiting for them to reply to that request, right?
That's correct, Joe.
Right. Their indemnity clause was overreaching, and we wanted them to more specificity for us. Good news is the engineer has submitted the wetlands permit application to the NJDEP for approval. And that's this latest status of that project. Commerce Street Drive pump station is going very smoothly. PSE&G completed the electrical bypass and shut down the existing electrical service to the pump station. The pump bypass was completed and is in production. And the cast-in-place concrete loading platform and the stairs, concrete stairs, were completed this past month. They haven't been out there in the last few days. Oh, they're out there today, but because of scheduling and weather, there are a few days they were not out there continuing the project. That concludes my project vendor summary. If there are no questions, I'll go into the executive director's report. Okay, for as of March 31st, under revenue, checks received $1,165,497.91. Comparatively, for the month of March, that's considered a high amount. Year to date collected $14,595,740.54. Penalties generated for the month, $13,951.87, which is comparatively high. Under expense report, as of February 28th, 2026, expenditures for the month to date, $404,758.52. Year to date expenditures, $7,624,302.74. I'll note that we've spent 50% of our budget and we're 75% through the fiscal calendar, though that on the surface looks good, but I'm going to go audit that to make sure that there's not a bill outstanding or multiple bills outstanding that we still are waiting to pay. But on the surface, it looks good.
So Joe, I have one question.
Yes, sir.
So I'm calling you from the phone because my microphone on the computer is not working. I'm caller 2, by the way.
Okay.
So on the penalty, the revenue from the penalties, I know you and I have had a conversation about some of the people when they switched over to the new finance system, got hit with some fine, late fees, and interest, some small amounts, but they were complaining, and I think you were going to talk to the staff and get that waived.
Yeah, I took care of that. I instructed billing with the supervision of Dr. Roach to waive that $1.52 late fee.
And just not with that one case, but everybody who was affected. Okay, all right, very good, very good. Thank you.
Dr. Roach, when you get a chance, can you make sure that was done unilaterally? You're on mute.
You're on mute.
Hey, I finally get to do that. Yeah, I will follow through with the billing department. I know that they have been addressing that and applying it to anyone who has called in or has come in and made an issue with it. We've certainly been taking care of that. But Joe, I'll follow your next.
Yeah, I remember Marianne, I believe, if I remember correctly, she had to contact the vendor to see if they could just go in the system and do it for everybody. But
we could not do that.
We were not able to.
Yeah, we weren't able to do it that way, just straight across the board, because any of the customers who have penalties in the system, if we go in and clear their penalties, it will also clear their penalties that were existing prior to the migration. So we could
Okay.
not just do it as a blanket transaction.
Yeah, so we're doing the best we can on it. You know, with motivation from Councilman Barrison, the Facebook post, and my wife getting that bill. Anyway, okay.
This isn't the forum for it, but I got that bill too.
Yeah, okay. All right, where was I? Okay, the expenses, cash, unrestricted category of cash on hand, $4,505,170.60. Under restricted, $15,360,435.96. Under designated, $7,665,73. I'm sorry, $7,665,073.24. Give us a total net cash position of $27,530,679.80. The few discussion items I have, the budget. I've started the budget process. Operations and admin will be submitting their budget request to me in the next by the end of next week, and we'll be putting that together. I have our cash on hand, and our we're going to re-audit our project board that we typically do with the help of Scott Nocero and Steve Holtzinger to just refresh our priorities. I think we know what our next two projects are going to be. There's two projects I suspended, which is Shirley Avenue and Weston Canal, but we have to look at it again for all our projects because something may, rise to a level of priority. So that's going on. I am anticipating a user rate increase this year again. I just want to remind everybody that last year was a very minor increase. Our financial advisor and consultant recommended a 5%, but we thought better and kept it at 3%. So I put down in my report to anticipate a 3 to 5% increase. But let's see where we land in the end. Again, once I get some solid numbers, I'll begin offering for the commissioners to sit with me one-on-one or 2x2 or whatever, so I can do a dress rehearsal presentation of the budget. Under banks, for one of our major banks, Dr. Roach and I decided to set up an online way of doing our wire transfers for one particular transaction from one bank to the other that not only has multiple factors of authentication, it also has a multiple person requirement to complete the transaction. So one person alone can't do it. That's the only details I want to go over in a public meeting. But we don't have to go on site anymore. Under IT and computers, I will be putting in this next budget money to upgrade our server and some of our workstations within the office that are aging out at this point. Projects. We have one new project that's on the board that's being managed almost entirely by Scott Nocero and Steve Holtzinger, and that is the repair of manholes on South Millebush Road. Some of you have discussed this. Those manholes are being repaired. It's going to cost us, Scott, what was that number from National? $250,000?
Just under 230.
Okay, so this is the situation. These manholes are getting their flow from one particular development. predominantly, and that development was observed to not be managing their sewer or their pump stations correctly, and because of that, their flow was extremely corrosive in nature and deteriorated our manholes. And that deterioration can lead to collapse, could lead to infiltration and inclusion and leaks, if you will, costing us more money down the line. But these are not brand new systems, so there is a pro rata formula of how much actual cash value based upon their age versus the damage they did. They have 5 manholes on their private property that also is experiencing this deterioration, and we'll talk about more of this in executive session. But I wanted to mention it just on a project level, and it's what we're doing is we are rehabilitating these manholes, shoring them up, and sealing them and coating them to bring them up to top integrity, give them a new life. And
How
Scott,
many
how long?
Joe, how many total manholes?
We will be doing 24, 25 manholes, Scott.
The updated list is actually 23. And then we have to talk about those privates.
Right. So the manholes that we own are 23 manholes. Now that will this project will take 2 or 3 weeks to complete.
Anticipated completion of this project will be mid to end of next week.
And we're saving, I'm guessing, about $25,000 doing the traffic control ourselves instead of hiring the police.
Correct.
Okay, good.
Thank you. Okay, under solar initiative, I did mention on my summary report that we finalized the project development agreement. Internal engineering, we had 1 new connection for the month of March. We have 75 to date. We're expecting 93.8 by the end of the fiscal year. Technical review committee for the township. In review, we have 3 applications. 2 were completed, and we had a total of 5 applications for the month. Municipal grants, we received our final money from the federal grant administered through the municipality. That was $2 million, and we now have a 0 balance remaining. So that means that they have been exhausted. The New Jersey JIF, our insurance provider, is requiring the executive director to take a cybersecurity class, 2 classes right now, and I'm literally today I'm at the very end waiting to take my final exam. I hope to pass it. At the same time, our IT vendor will be unfolding a cybersecurity measures, cybersecurity training, awareness, and testing at different degrees for every single employee. And that's all I want to say about that in a public meeting, because that would fall under security. But I'm very confident with our approach to cybersecurity. All projects are now in the green and going as expected. Under resolutions, our standard resolutions, we do have payroll, operating expense, renewal, replacement, and escrow. We do not have anything for general fund or North Track. Under our additional resolutions, we have a resolution number 5, authorizing Rossi CDJR LLC Chrysler Dodge as a vendor. Resolution number 6, authorizing renewal of an agreement with the Privatizer Technologies LLC, just a renewal. Resolution number 7, authorizing a renewal of agreement with Xtel for our phone system, our POTS lines. And resolution number 8, authorizing the purchase of 2 budgeted, I'll stress this, 2 budgeted motor vehicles from Nielsen of Morristown. There are no other items on my report, and I do ask that we go into executive session at the end of our meeting. That concludes my report, Chairman.
Technical committee reports. Any construction report? I'm talking about committee reports. Negotiation, personal.
You know what? I'm sorry, Chairman, if I may just interject one. I missed it. Under operations, I just want to note that our spring cleaning has begun. The Somerset pump station operated with improved performance after a significant rainfall that included 1.68 inches of rainfall. That's good news. And for the gravity sewer lines, operations completed almost 57,000 feet of flushing. And most importantly to everything else, there were no injuries.
Okay, good. My next point is committee reports, negotiations and personals. Municipal liaison.
The only thing I want to report is that we hired a new CFO. That's probably why the authority received a $2 million check so expeditiously. So things should change now that we have new personnel at the township.
Okay, construction. Joe, construction, anyone?
There's nothing new. The only construction going on right now is the Commerce Drive pump station, and it seems to be going forward as expected.
Yeah, there is no activity over there. I personally checked that one.
They did come back
So I was on mute. I'm sorry.
I was going to say they did come back to the site at Commerce Drive. They started gutting the existing pump station building in preparation for demolition of the same structure. So you have to remove the generator, the existing pumps, control panels, and so forth. PSE&G Gas is going to be there tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock to demo the gas service. So the project should keep moving now. The delay was having PSE&G's electric company come in and get us temporary service for the bypass and cutting off service to the building. So that was the big delay, but the station should be progressing nicely now.
Yeah, we had several delays with this project, but none of them were the fault of the vendor or the authority, and they were unavoidable.
The delay with PSE&G was related to all the storm events we had the past couple of months, and so they were preoccupied with that and kind of pushed off for a couple of weeks getting to the work that was needed for this project on their end.
Thank you, Will. Thank you. Any safety issues?
No, sir.
Okay.
Chairman, I was on mute, so I just want to give you a quick report on the personnel committee. We met with the executive director and discussed some of the contract requirements that were laid down by the union. So I think we have a game plan to meet with them, I believe, in the next week or so. So we will report back after what happens.
Thank you, Rem. Thank you. The approval of the resolution will be done by consent agenda. All of the items listed below are considered to be of a routine nature, thereby requiring one motion and 1 second for all items. If any member wishes to remove an item from the consent agenda, please advise the chair right now at this time which resolutions need to be handled separately, and they will be addressed and voted on separately. I can see some resolutions like payrolls, operations, expense account is the same like last month. There's no change. I cannot see any changes. The renewal and replacement and escrow account, they are absolutely same as last month. Any motion about it?
I have just a notation as a footnote. The categories are the same, but the dollar amounts have changed since last month. There's one different one for each line item there.
What is the difference? Where?
There's the payroll account, which is item number 1,
Yes.
and the amount is $176,711.25. The operating expense account, which is item number 2, $673,932.50. The renewal and replacement, item number 3, is $101,358.58. And the escrow account is item number 4, and it's $6,474.50.
So they change only in one operating expense account, right?
No, there's a change to every dollar amount for each line item for payroll, operating, renewal and replacement, and escrow. The accounts remain the same, but the dollar amounts all changed from last month.
Okay, I will double check.
Yeah, I just wanted to note it for the minutes and for the recording that there was changes there.
Okay, that's what I was looking for the previous report. It was exactly same.
Okay.
A motion to move?
So moved.
Any second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 And no. Absent. Abstain. And additional resolutions. Motion of each applicable resolution number 5. Resolution approving Rosie CDR-JR LLC DBA, Rosie Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and authorized vendor for the authority. Resolution number 6, the authorization, the renewal of agreement with privatizer technologies.
We're going to have to take a vote on resolution number 5. They're all
Okay.
separate.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Resolution number 5. Motion to move?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
As anybody know? Absent? Abstain. Resolution number 6. Resolution authorization the renewal of an agreement with Privatizer Technology LLC. I think this is for the Heart Swamp contract. It is for $669 per year. Motion to move? Resolution number 6, motion to move?
Yeah, I'm trying to look at it real quick. I'm sorry.
Sure.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Resolution number 7. Resolution authorization the renewal of an agreement for the part local lines telephone service with an external communication. This we have discussed, which is $867.54 per month. Is motion to move?
That's for one line, Joe?
Yes.
No, it's for all of the lines in the office. The
Okay.
local and long distance line, both.
Okay. Mhm. Motion to approve.
Second.
Second.
In favor?
Aye.
Aye.
No. Absent? Abstain. Resolution number 8. That's important, guys. Resolution authorizing the authority to purchase 2 motor vehicles from the Nelson and Morristown. Which one vehicle costing $67,234.28. The Dodge Ram costing $81,044.42. Can I ask the reason for purchase?
Move it, Joe.
Anybody can respond? The reason for purchase of these 2 vehicles?
What are they going to be used for?
Joe, you're muted. Do you want me to speak?
Sorry. Yeah, Scott, yeah, you can reply to that.
These are 2 vehicles that were budgeted for in this current fiscal year for vehicles that are aging out, that are starting to cost us more money to maintain and operate. They just haven't become feasible in how we use them daily. So we are upgrading 2 vehicles. Again, that was approved through the budget process. We're just getting around to the ordering of them.
What happens to the old vehicles?
They'll be auctioned off once we receive the new ones.
Motion to move?
So moved.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Absent? Abstent? There's no. Motion to open executive session. Motion to move?
Don't you have to read the reason why we're going into executive session?
To discuss possible litigation
Okay.
on 2 different matters, 2 separate matters.
So moved.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Absent and abstent. Okay, motion to close executive session. Motion to move?
We're going to go into executive session and we're going to go in at 7:09. Correct, Brian Hack? 7:09.
Yes,
We'll go into executive
709, yes.
and we will stop.
Okay,
So what are we doing?
everyone who's not a board member, with the exception of April and the attorney, can be excused.
Have a good night, all.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Good night.